Oh my word. What have we just witnessed? The Boks are victorious, 16 points to 15. They've booked their ticket to the Rugby World Cup final, but at what cost? Like that was just it was one of those games where guys, the English really did dominate this game. Like they were definitely the better team for the majority of this game. So for the Boks to just come out with a win here, I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me. Like in a weird way. Look, of course, guys, I'm over the mood that the Boks are in the final. That's 100%. But it just doesn't feel deserved at the end of the day. It just doesn't feel deserved. And the reason for that is because England were just they really controlled this game. From a tactical point of view, they had everything on point. They really did. And the thing is that when you look at that first half alone, I mean, the English were just they were like 100% the team. Like there was not even a single amount of control really from the Boks in the opening 10 minutes. England just controlled that game like just perfectly. Like whenever the Boks had possession, they just gave it right back to the English. And yeah, they got like I think two penalties in that point in time. They went up like 6 points in that set. Like they just controlled everything. It was just one of those where I was like, wow, England. As soon as I saw that, I was like, wow, England they're gonna make this hard, and that's for sure. And again, looking back at this, this first half, the Boks made a bold decision in that first half to take off Libok and put Pollard in straight away. And to be fair, it's one of those calls when, yes, of course, when you look back at it now, it's paid off, but it was the right call to make because Libok he's just having one of those games where he was out of his funk. At the end of the day, like every rugby player has that kind of has that game, and this was it. Like he just wasn't executing really in that opening 30, and yeah, that's when they had to bring Pollard in. So. Yeah, look, I think at the end of the day, it was one of those like where I think England were up 12 points to 6, and they really did deserve to be up just at halftime being the lead. That straight up they deserve that 100%. They were the better team by a mile, and I really mean that. But going into the second half, that's where kind of the momentum changed a bit because again, the momentum changed, but first, really, it came down to, in my opinion, who would get the first points in that second half. I felt that could really change the game. And England did get the first points. They got it through the drop goal through Owen Farrell. A really nice drop goal, by the way. But again, they were down, I think, it was like 15 points to 6. Like, that was a 9-point difference. So the Boks had a lot to do to kind of come back into this game. And yeah, look, they were very smart in some of the decisions they made, actually, I think, when looking back at this now, because in that second half particularly, like they won a lot more. They definitely improved from a set-piece position because in that first half alone, England just controlled the set-piece entirely. Like whenever the Boks even had possession from the set piece, it was one of those where they weren't able to kind of move forward at all. It was just the English was just stopping them. And again, when England on the opposing hand, whenever they had it, they did well to move forward, and they're even stealing the ball from the lineout sometimes. Like it was, but again, the role changed in that second half where England made a few mistakes in that lineout. I mean, like Jamie George, they had a perfect opportunity. I think it was Curly Lorenzo who dropped the ball. Like we did it twice in that second half, which is very frustrating. But maybe Williams says maybe in the first half. I could be wrong there, but I know for sure Curly Lorenzo's one was in the second half, and it was a lineout literally given to the English inside the 22. 5 minutes up on the try line. That was the perfect opportunity for the English, but yeah, just Jamie George unfortunately just he didn't throw it straight. And again, they had another opportunity up kind of a bit further back, and he did it again. So it just allowed the Boks to slowly kind of get their way back into this game. And yeah, from there, the Boks won a crucial penalty, in their 22, that allowed them to kind of move up the field once more. And then, it was more of a kicking game, to say the least. But then, of course, the Boks came into it with that try through RJ Steinman, and a great try actually from the Boks because they realized that the English were really just kind of holding them, like I said, in that first half, and they weren't getting really anything from the lineout. So it was really clever from Dion Foree to kind of break away from that maul and then go for it for himself. And the best thing about it was that the English didn't expect it. Like they were literally still pushing in that maul. So a lot of their players were sucked in, obviously, in that, and it allowed Dion Foree to kind of charge forward. And then from there, of course, they had that one phase, passed it towards RJ Steinman, who did come up for Etzebeth, which was a big change as well in that opening, just in the game in itself. And yeah, RJ Steinman got the try, a big moment there for the Boks. And then, of course, Pollard did convert it, so it made it really only a 2-point game from there. And I did say the Boks needed a try before the 70th minute because if they didn't get it by then I think England would have won the game. Straight up, I even told my dad that I think they would have won the game in that moment. But of course, the Boks then just kind of like a kicking game. As soon as the kick went up, and yeah, again the Boks, a clever decision once more that we saw it against France. They called the mark and took the scrum. Of course, that's kind of like the Boks kind of signal now, and yeah, won the penalty from that, moved up the field. And then, of course, just by a few phases, they got another scrum through, I think, a knock on from the English. And then, yeah, from there, they obviously won the penalty. Pollard converted it, and my gosh, they won the game. I'm mind blown, guys, for what we've just witnessed here. I'm really lost for words because at the end of the day, it was a very scruffy win. And yes, the Boks had to win it in that style because when you're facing the English and how they controlled the game, that was really the only way you're going to do it. And look, it feels weird to say this. I'm devastated for England because they were literally they're on the grasp of making that final, and deservedly so. They actually could have they deserve to get it in the final, guys. But hey, man, South Africa, they persevered, got that experience on the field, of course, with Pollard, Willie LaRue, and with Flatfoot Clark. It just changed the game entirely. And yeah, from there, just the Boks were victorious and won the game. So yeah, just an incredible game. A very scruffy game, like I said, but just I'm lost for words, guys. I can't believe the Boks are through, but also ecstatic. I can't wait for next week, obviously, for the All Blacks Boks game. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I really want to know your thoughts about the game because I can't be the only one that thinks this was really one-sided. So we'll see what happens there. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Make sure you guys to like the video, guys. Subscribe to our channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.